don't think he's going to play a song. But if he's got a song that or a question for him, you are more than welcome to submit it, and we will get him on. Here he is. Hold on. Let's get it going. Definitely falling. Okay, Sarah. I feel you. Hold on. It's connecting us. Trevor Daniel, and how's it going?
Chilling. How about you?
I'm good. I appreciate you taking some time to hop on Instagram Live with us.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Where are you at? You in California? You in Houston? Where are you quarantining?
I was in Houston, and this is probably like everybody's gonna hate me for this, but I was going, like, I had to get back to my house to finish my studio, building my studio here. I kept thinking about it, so I like just drove.
How was that? Were there a lot of people on the roads, or was it like pretty empty the whole way?
It's pretty speedable, but not saying to speed or anything. don't ever do that. But yeah.
So were you when you were in Houston? Were you with your family or just?
I was, in a way. I wanted to be there just because, like, in case my dad or anybody needed me. But I stayed at an Airbnb because I didn't want to be like one of those asymptomatic people or whatever, and like not know about it and then accidentally get somebody sick. Yeah. So
how's the studio coming along then? Have you finished it up?
I just got here yesterday. Okay. So but like I'm moving a bunch of stuff because I just moved in here, so that became the storage room pretty quickly. But now I'm trying to like shift everything because I wanted to get it out of the living room, of course.
Yeah, right.
And then I wanted to get everything out of my room, and then because I didn't have all the equipment and stuff ready. So now I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do that. So
yeah. That was honestly one of my favorite things. I'm no musician in any way, but I do a lot of podcasting. So in our apartment that we had, just setting it up with all like the padding and all the equipment, I had so much fun. And my fiance is like, "You're really going to use a whole room for this?" And I was like, "Come on, like, what do you mean?"
Yeah, of course.
I got it. Honestly, if I could, I'd use like 3 rooms for this. This is the best part.
Heck yeah, have one room just for like the vocal recording,
all that stuff. So then are you planning to work on music while you're quarantining from here on then?
Yeah, pretty much. That's the goal. I'm sure at some point I'm gonna need to go back to watching TV shows or whatever, but I can't even think about TV shows right now. I'm so over Netflix. I feel like I've conquered it.
Yeah. And there should be like an achievement, like I know in video games they do like achievements. You should get like, it should calculate how many seasons you finished.
Know about those for sure too right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. You've been gaming?
Well, pretty much been just watching my homie who I've been quarantining with achieve every Spider-Man suit on the planet. So
that's pretty cool. All right. So you guys been doing well, obviously, having fun and getting back to the music. That's kind of what I wanted. This will segue perfectly to your music. Your main song that people will know you from is Fallen, which like blew up on TikTok. Like,
heck yeah.
How was that? Was it like an overnight thing, or was it like you saw a gradual increase, or suddenly it was like, whoa, what is going on?
Dude, honestly, my friend just came over to my house one day and she was like, "Hey, yo, have you seen what's going on TikTok?" And I'm like, "Nah." And I had like unfollowed everybody and all that stuff, so I wasn't like focusing on social media.
Right.
Which I was still like posting, but I would post and then get off because I had this really weird headspace earlier last year, which I've never had in my life, where I was like comparing myself a lot. And that was like a toxic headspace. And I was like, yo, I don't need to be in that headspace while I'm doing my album. So I just unfollowed everybody and like, and honestly, it like changed my whole perspective on everything. And it helped so much. And yeah, so I just like locked in on the album.
Yeah.
So I wasn't even paying attention to what numbers and stuff were doing. And then all of a sudden I'm like, I looked at the Spotify numbers and they were kind of like correlating with the TikTok things.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, dude, what the heck? This is perfect. Like, this is great. I'm excited for it, of course.
Was there any element of that feeling like you were talking about? I get this, I feel this all the time with videos that we do here or something where I'm being really, I guess, vulnerable or honest, where like when I have to post it on social media, my thought process is, man, am I going to get like grilled for this? Are people really going to go in on me for this opinion or this thought? Or are they going to understand where I'm coming from? And I kind of had the same idea where it's like, all right, I kind of took all my friends off of my social media so it could be a radio person page and I can do that. Was there kind of like that feeling with your music? Did you feel like it was like stopping you from maybe putting a line here that might have been really vulnerable or something like that?
I think mostly for me, it was just like seeing other artists like succeed in certain ways and then not understanding, like, I always thought there was like a path or something. There was like a lane, there was a way to do it, and I just couldn't really understand how I needed to do things to make things work for myself. And I kept catching myself like doing things that weren't like me. Because like I wanted to reach more people with my music. And then I was like, dude, and that only happened for like 2 weeks before I was just like, nah, bro, chill. Like, because like whenever I do things, like it's really hard for me to like, I kind of go crazy whenever when I feel like I'm like lying, or if I feel like I'm like doing something like that isn't genuine. Like it feels really weird to me, and I just like start getting anxious and like and so like I just deleted everything. I was like, yo, nobody has the same path, like, you know, like everything's different, you know. So then I just started grinding it out, and then like manifesting good things, just saying like all good things, all positivity, because negative thoughts are like really, really quick to consume your brain if you let it. So that's just like the best thing that I ever did, is just like chill on social media and start speaking positive things. And then things went a whole way that I didn't expect and turn up. I love it.
That's awesome.
I'm happy that I went that way. Everything happens for a reason.
That's the best. I mean, and you love it when it, you know, when it works like that too. And now it's kind of like the social media can be like a plus to what you're doing, you know, like it's kind of something that you have, but it's not the number one thing that your focus is on.
Right. And I think that's kind of a thing too. Like a lot of fans notice too, like I'll post and everything and I'm trying to interact and everything more. But I think a lot of fans, like if you look at maybe like my followers on Instagram versus Spotify people that listen, I'm really stoked about it because people are like there for the music and not just like a character of an artist or whatever. But now I'm like feeling more like confident myself or whatever. Not that I was ever not confident, but I just was overthinking things too much, I guess. And like I'm just like being myself more and like doing the things I want to do. And I feel like now that the music has reached people, people are like more open to like stupid, goofy things that I do or whatever that maybe they would have been like, oh, that's weird or whatever. Like,
they're like they're like into your personality now. They get it. They understand, and they're on the same page. That's pretty cool. I mean, and that's like that. I mean, that's what you want, right? From the social media fan base perspective, is them to understand you completely and get and vibe, I guess, with what you're putting out there.
Yeah, exactly. Because like, dude, I used to think about it. I used to like do everything super serious, which I have like a really serious side of me, which I put in my music a lot of times. But then, like, there's times where I don't want to have my mind consumed with certain things, you know? So I'm, like, really goofy, and I, like do stupid stuff with my friends, and, like I play around and joke around a lot.
Yeah.
Whereas now I can do that, and people understand, like, yo, like, I have this side where I'll talk about certain things, but I'm not just like a boring, serious person all the time, you know?
Yeah.
But I feel like I did feel like at first, if I did that from the jump, like if I started out with that, maybe people would have been confused or whatever.
Okay.
Or at least that's what I was thinking, and that's where the overthinking thing came in. But now I'm just happy I'm at the place where I'm at, where I can just like fully be myself.
And I would say, I mean, listening to the new album, Nicotine, you know, you can really feel like you're opened up, you're truthful with everything you're saying. I know the one that I like the most. I was actually listening to it on the way into the car, and I play this when my fiance asked me to clean the house or go hang out with her friends. This was, you know, obviously right around the time that the album had just come out, the Things We Do for Love.
Yeah.
She gets so mad because I'll play the hook
Yeah, that's
while
a good
we're
one.
going somewhere. She's like, "You're really gonna use this to tease me, right?" I'm like, "No, I like the song." But
That's a good
how's the feedback
That's
been on the album since it's come out?
It's been great. I really haven't seen much negativity, which, like, typically, like, you always expect like a certain amount because it's subjective. But it's been surprisingly really positive, and people have really enjoyed it, and that makes me really happy.
That's awesome.
You know, like expressing myself and everything, but also having people like relate to it and enjoy it too is a goal, you know?
Yeah. Well, so in the song "Things We Do for Love" specifically, you mentioned a line about a Fergie song, and I kind of related to it specifically because it seemed like you were, in a way, relating songs to significant others, and I've kind of noticed, like, you know, I think back to X, and I think of specific songs, and I was like, no, we listened to this. This was like our song, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you kind of have that with your exes, I guess?
It wasn't really our song. We found ourselves like listening to like Timbaland and like Baby Bash and like a lot of like early 2000s like pop and hip hop music.
Yeah.
And just like driving around. Okay. And specifically, I just like remember like driving on the PCH and everything. Just like it's like a really pretty road, and just going through the hills and everything while the music was playing. Those were just two images that like clicked in my mind together. That, you know, nostalgia hits you quite often with those kind of memories. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, I guess obviously working on the studio, when you get it up, are you planning to release any music kind of soon, or is it kind of no timetable that you got working on right now?
Well, whenever quarantine's over, I'm gonna drop the deluxe. So
okay.
I'm excited for that.
So we'll kind of keep an eye out for that. All right. Well, Trevor Daniel, we'll let you go. We know you got to get back to the studio working on that stuff. So we appreciate you jumping on for a little bit, man, and thanks for taking some time to chat with us.
Heck yeah. Thank you so much, man. You have a good one.
Stay safe, all right?
Yes, sir. You too.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. That's the Trevor Daniel interview. We will be saving this and putting it up on our website. You're more than welcome to check it out. We'll have it up in just a little bit. Thanks, guys.